Okay, so once you're logged in to your computer and you have just the blank desktop screen up, the first thing that I'd like for you to do is to click on this Google Chrome button down here at the bottom. So it's got three colors. It's red, green, and yellow with a blue center. I just want you to click on that one time. So click on that and it's going to open up a new window. Now, if you're like me, you may already have some tabs set to open. So I'd like for you to close out all of those tabs. So just click on the X's for each tab so that you just have one left. And at the very top, this right here is what we call the address bar. So it's the very top and it's white. And if you just click in it, it'll highlight everything. Now if you click at a certain point, it may or may not highlight everything, so you may have to highlight the whole thing so that what you type will go in there by itself. And I'd like for you to type exactly what I'm typing. So we're going to type www.crowley.k12.tx.us. So type that and then just press enter. And here we are on the Crowley homepage. And I want you to leave that one just like it is for right now. We're going to come back to this, and I want you to open up a new tab now. So to open a new tab, we just click on this little, kind of like a parallelogram up here at the top, and that opens a new window for us. So now I'd like for you to type the same website again. So www.crowley.k12.tx.us, and then press enter. So you'll see that we're back on the home page again. So you have two windows or two tabs open with the exact same thing. But with this one, we're going to click down at the very bottom where you see parents and students. So it's right here. At the very bottom in the middle of the screen, click parents and students. And then this is all alphabetical, so I need you to find the S's over on the right, and then click one time on Skyward. And you'll see now we have the Crowley Skyward page. It says CISD, it says Family and Student Database. You'll never be trying to log into Skyward unless it has the CISD symbol. So other districts have Skyward also, and so you wouldn't be able to log in on that. Okay, so that tab is just how we need it to be. Now I need you to open another tab. We're going to have a bunch of tabs open here. And we're going to type in the Crowley homepage again. So www.crowley.k12.tx.us. Enter. And I'd like for you to click on Parents and Students one more time. But this time we're going to be in the B section. So scroll down to where it says Blackboard. Click one time on Blackboard. It's right here. And then just leave that set where it is. So you should have three tabs open right now. On the left you have the CISD homepage. In the middle you have Skyward, and then now on the right you have Blackboard. Go ahead and open another tab. And up at the top here, I'd like for you to enter Miss Hendee and Miss Holliday's class website. So it's www.hendeeholiday.com. And it's really important that you spell it correctly. I want to show you something really quick. If I just spell Miss Holliday's name with one L, it's going to come up and tell me the website isn't available because that website does not exist. We have to spell everything correctly in order for the website to come up. So it's hendeeholiday.com, and then the real website comes up. So make sure that you're spelling our last names correctly. We're going to leave that just how it is. Next, I'd like for you to open another tab, And in this one, you're going to type thelearningodyssey.com. So the Learning Odyssey, ODYSSEY.com. Now, I sometimes have kiddos ask me about spaces and capitalizing. We never, ever, ever put spaces in a website. It has to be one long string of letters and numbers. And capitalizing does not matter. So thelearningodyssey.com should be one long word. Now, if, and only a few of you will get this, but if you get a warning message, I want you to click Proceed Anyway. That way it'll let you go ahead and come here. So you should be on a screen that looks like this. Alrighty, so now we're going to open a 6th tab. And I need you to be very careful with how you type this in. You need to type exactly what I type, and just remember this is the only time you're going to have to type it if you're on your computer. So, in the address bar right down here, we're going to type http:// and then I'm going to pause there. So http: is the 2 little dots, so 1 colon and then 2 slashes. And remember, no spaces anywhere. Then we're going to type the word play dot dreambox.com. So let's make sure everybody has this so far. We have http: the 2 little dots, a slash and then another slash, and then we have the word play dot dreambox, all one word, .com. Then we're going to put another slash, the word login, slash again, G as in golf, 8, M as in Matthew, E as in elephant, G8ME, and then a slash, and then the number 9, W as in William, C as in cat, N as in neighbor. So double check and make sure that you have all of this typed exactly like I do, and then press enter. And you should get a Dreambox page that says H.F. Stevens Middle School. Alright, and then we're going to open another tab. This is a lot of tabs now. You should now have 7 tabs open. And I'd like for you to type in my.hrw.com. my.hrw.com. Okay, so now that you have all 7 tabs open, let's go back over these and make sure that we have them all. We have the CISD homepage, you have Skyward, you have Blackboard, Miss Hendee and Miss Holliday's class website, you have Compass Learning, we have Dreambox, and we have Holt McDougall, which is our online textbook. So now what we need to do is bookmark all of these tabs that we have open. And the way that we're going to do that is using our keyboard. We're going to use 3 different buttons. So I'm going to hold down Control, then I'm going to add the Shift button, and then I'm going to add the D button, and then I'm going to let all 3 go together. So I'm going to do this, and then you can do it. So I'm going to hold down Control, then I'm going to add the Shift button, and then I'm going to press D and let go of all 3 at once. And you should get this coming up. And you won't have as many folders down here, but it should say bookmark all tabs and then name. So again, Control, then add the Shift while you're still holding down Control, then add the D, and then let go of all 3 together. And then we're going to add a title to our folder. So we're going to call this Math Class, and then in parentheses put Miss Hendee or Hans or Holiday, whatever your teacher's name is. So Miss Hendee for my class. And then close parentheses. And then I'm going to say save. And it's going to add a folder up here at the very top underneath the address bar. So underneath the address bar we have our bookmarks bar, and it's going to add a new folder. So that if I click on this, it's going to have all 7 things that we just bookmarked. Okay, and then there are a few things that I want you to close. So we're going to go up here to the one that says Compass Learning and click the X. And then also click the X for Dreambox. And then click the X for the textbook, Holt McDougall Online. So that you just have 4 tabs open. So we have Crowley ISD, Skyward, Blackboard, and the class website. Now once you have those 4 tabs open, go up here to the very top right. Do not click on the X. We don't want to close it yet. But underneath the X, there's a button that has 3 horizontal lines. And that is our menu button. So click on that. You'll get a drop-down list. And we're going to go all the way down here to Settings. So click on the menu button and then click on Settings. It will open a whole new tab for you where you can change the settings for your internet access or for your internet preferences. So I'd like for you to find the section that says On Startup. So let's scroll down. Where did it go? Oh, right here. It's right in front of me. Okay, right here it says On Startup. And I'm not sure which one you have selected right now. Mine is already set right here. But I'd like for you to click on this button if it's not already clicked. So if one of these is clicked, click right here where it says Open a specific page or set of pages. And then we're going to click the button that says Set Pages. And yours won't have this many things either. This is just because I have a lot of pages. But I want you to click on this button right here that says Use Current Pages. And you'll see that you have 4 things. You have the home page, Skyward, Blackboard, and the class website, which are the same 4 tabs that we have open, and then say OK. So what that's doing is making it so that anytime you click down here to open a new Chrome window, it's going to open those 4 websites. So you don't even have to go to them. And then once you've done that, we're going to close the Settings tab. So click the X there. Okay, and now here's the fun part. We're going to actually name all of our bookmarks. So go back up here to the menu button. And this time let's put our mouse over bookmarks. And you'll see that it opens up a whole nother window here. And we're going to carefully come over and select Bookmark Manager. And the reason I said carefully is because if you're here and then you start kind of scrolling down, it may close this. It may not, but just carefully swipe over, click on Bookmark Manager. Notice we can also get there by clicking Control-Shift-O. Just like earlier we did Control-Shift-D. And we're going to click on Bookmark Manager and it'll open a new window. In this big, huge section that says Organize, we're going to organize our bookmarks. So double click on the folder that you just made, Math Class. And we're going to rename these. So let's look at this first one, Crowley Independent School District / homepage. Well, that's too long, so we're going to click on that. And then right click. You know what? right click, so you have two mouse buttons, use the right button to click, and say edit. And now we get to edit the text in there. So I'm just going to change this to CISD homepage and press enter. And now it's shorter. Okay, so again, to do that, what I did is I clicked on it, and then I used the right mouse button to click. I said edit, and I typed in CISD homepage. Enter. Let's do the same thing with login powered by Skyward. We're going to right click, edit, and just change it to Skyward. So you guys are busy. You don't have time to be reading these big, long bookmarks. We just want to make it as simple for everyone as we can. Okay, right click on the third one. Click edit. And we're just going to call this Blackboard. Enter. This one right here you can leave as it is, or you can rename it class website, whatever you want to do on that one. On the one that says Compass Learning Customer Login, right click, edit, and just rename this Compass. Enter. Okay, right click on the next one, edit, and we're going to just name this Dreambox. Enter. And then on the bottom one, let's right click, edit, and we're going to call this Online, no, we're just going to call this Textbook. Enter. Short and sweet. So we've renamed all 7, and now we're going to close our Bookmark Manager by clicking on the little X in that tab. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to close all the other tabs except for the CISD homepage. So this is the only tab you still need to have open. And now I'm going to help you put some shortcut links on your desktop so that you don't even have to open the internet to get to some of these websites. So go ahead and click on your math class bookmark folder and click on CISD homepage, and really that's where we already are. Then I'm going to click up here in my address bar. If it doesn't highlight the whole thing, then just go through and highlight the whole thing, or you can actually press Control A. So if I'm over here, I can press Control A and it will get everything highlighted. Now I'm going to press Control C, and you don't see anything happen, but what it does is it copies everything that I've just highlighted so that I can put it somewhere else. So I press Control C. Remember, you got to hold down Control while you press C and then let go of both. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to minimize, so do not click the X, but click this button right here. It's just like it's like a little dash, and if you hover over it, it'll say minimize. So we're going to minimize this window so that it's still open, but I can see my desktop. And then I'm going to right click somewhere on my desktop, it doesn't matter where. I'm going to go down to where it says New, and I'm going to choose the shortcut option. So this is where you should be. I'm going to go through this one more time. Right click, New, and then Shortcut, and click that. And then we're going to press Control V. V as in Victor. And notice that it put the entire website address that I just copied into this box, and then I'm going to say Next. And we have to name the shortcut. Well, what's a good name for this? This would be CISD homepage. And then click Finish. So now I have a link so that if I double click this link, it'll open the internet and go straight to the CISD homepage. I don't even have to have the internet open already. Okay, once you have that, let's go back to our Chrome. And I'm going to come up here to my bookmarks and then choose Skyward. We're just going to go through this list and do the same thing for each one. So I'm going to highlight my website, Control C for copy, minimize our web browser, right click and say New Shortcut. Right here, New Shortcut. What do we press to paste it? Control V, as in Victor. And then say Next. Let's name this Skyward. And you can either click the Finish button or you can just press Enter. So now I have one for Skyward. Come back down to your Internet button. Let's go back to our math bookmarks. We've done the home page, we've done Skyward, now it's time to do Blackboard. So click on Blackboard. It'll open it up. Click in your address bar to highlight everything. Control C copies it. Minimize. Right click somewhere. Say New Shortcut. And then Control V for Victor to paste what we just copied. So basically we're telling the computer, I want you to take this website address that I just copied and then automatically go to it when I click on this shortcut. So this shortcut, it should be named Blackboard, and then Enter. So you should have 3 shortcuts now. Let's open the internet again. Click on your bookmarks. Click on the class website so that it opens. Click in the address bar to highlight everything. And you know this by now, Control C will copy. Let's minimize this. Right click, New Shortcut, and then I'm going to paste what I have. Control V, and that puts the whole website in there. I don't even have to type it. And guys, the goal of this is that you won't ever have to type these long websites again. And you won't have to worry about spelling or, whether there's a slash or not, because you're going to have everything bookmarked inside the internet, and you're also going to have shortcut links on your desktop so that you never have to type these. Click Next, and then let's name this Miss Hendee and Miss Holiday. Or you can name it Class Website or Math Website, whatever you want to name it. And then Enter or Finish. Okay, now let's go back to our internet window. Click on Bookmarks. Go down to Compass. See how it automatically goes there? You don't have to type it in. So in class, if I ask you to open Compass, you're just going to click here and click Compass, and it'll go there by itself. Let's click the address bar. Control C to copy. Minimize your window. And then right click, New Shortcut, Control V to paste it, say Next, and we don't want it to be called New Internet Shortcut, that doesn't help us, we want to name this Compass. and then enter. And there it is. Let's go back to the internet. Bookmarks. Dreambox this time. Let's click in the address bar. Control-C will copy. Minimize this. Right-click. New. Shortcut. Control-V to put the address in the box. So we don't want to be typing all that with equal signs and percent signs and underscores and capital Fs. It's too much work. So let's click Next. Name this one Dreambox and Finish or Enter. We have one more, so let's go back to the internet. Click on Math Class. Choose Textbook. And then we're going to click in the website or the address bar. Control-C. Minimize our website browser. Right-click. New. Shortcut. Then press Control-V to paste it. Next. We're going to call this Textbook. And then Finish or Enter. So now we have our 7 shortcuts to go with the 7 things that we bookmarked. Now this is a little messy looking, so if you kind of want to move everything so that it's all nice and neat, you can do that. Have it all together. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start talking about how to log into some of these things. So let's start with Skyward. Go back to your website, or I'm sorry, your Chrome browser, and I need everybody to go to Skyward. So you know how to get to Skyward now. We don't have to type anything. We're just going to go click on this and click Skyward. Now to log into Skyward, you first need to look and make sure that it says Crowley ISD right here. If it doesn't say Crowley ISD, then it's the Skyward for another school district and your login will not work. So make sure of that first, and then to log in to Skyward, your username or your login ID is CISD, and then your ID number. So whatever your 5-digit ID number is. Let's say that mine is 11111. Okay, so type in your ID number. Now, I see a lot of people going around and trying to use their mouse to click on the next box that they need to type in. And yes, that'll work, but it takes a lot longer and you have to be very exact. So I'm going to show you a shortcut. If you are clicked up here and you just want to go to the next box, just hit the Tab button and it will go to the next box. And everybody's password should be 12345. And then click Sign In. Now, if your login does not work, I just need you to raise your hand and we will come by and try to figure out what's going on. Now, some of you may get something pop up, and I'm not exactly sure what it says, but you might get something that pops up that says that there's an error or that you need to disable your pop-up blocker. If that happens, right up here in the top right corner somewhere, there's going to be something with a little red X right up here. And what you'll need to do is click on it. It'll be right up in this area. and I can walk you through it in class since I don't have it on my computer. But you will click on it and you will say always allow for this website and then say OK. And then you'll have to log in again and it should work just fine. What that is it's there are some websites that will have things pop up in a new window that are really just spam. It's just there to annoy you and to kind of like bring up ads and things for, to try to promote different people's businesses. So you have to, and so the pop-up blocker is there to help protect you from all this hassle. But with Skyward is never going to give you any of that junk. And so we want to always allow Skyward to open those pop-ups. So if you ever see that come up on a website that you know is an educational website, it's something for school, then you can go ahead and disable the pop-up blocker and say, always allow this website to give me pop-ups. Now once it opens, once your Skyward opens, I want you to click on, because it'll be a small box, it won't be your full screen. I want you to click on this button for that new Skyward window, and it'll make it full screen. Now I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to show you a couple of videos for Skyward that just kind of walk you through different parts of Skyward, and I may pause those videos from time to time to kind of walk you through it. But that's because I can't log into a student's Skyward and show you that student's Skyward page. So we're going to watch these couple of videos to talk about the gradebook and the calendar and the home page and things, and then we will come back and learn about our other websites. Now that we're all set on Skyward, I'd like for you to close out just the Skyward window, the one that popped up earlier, so that you're left with just this. And if you accidentally close this window too, you can just click on Chrome down at the bottom and go to Math Class and click on Skyward. That way it'll bring this page right back up. The next thing that we're going to look at together is our class website. So go back up here, click on your bookmark folder for math, and click on our class website. There are several things that I want to point out to you because you're going to need to be using this website a lot. This is where we put PDFs of your assignments. We're going to load videos on here so that anytime you're not in class and you need something from us, you'll be able to get it through this website. So if you're on the home page of the website, let's scroll down. We're going to come back to this YouTube channel in just a minute. But this is where students are going to want to start. Several of these will go to the same place, but you can look and just see what your situation is. So if you want to know how to bring up your grade, you'll click on this, and you can be following along with me, please, on your computer. And it'll tell you how to bring up your grade. So it'll tell you to check Skyward, get the assignments that you need, how to turn things in. You can even email Miss Hendee or Miss Holiday right here. So anything that you see in purple is going to be something that you can click on. If you come down here, it says, I was absent, why do I have a 0 for this assignment? And it just shows you that what I do is I put in a 0 placeholder, and then I will change that as soon as you have turned in your assignment. So that 0 is not permanent. That's just to remind you, hey, I have some work that I need to make up. Okay, let's go back to our home page. Let's say that you're missing some work. So I'm going to click here, or even if I've been absent, or you're in ISS, okay, you can click here. And this will show you, first of all, how to check and see if you're missing anything. Click on Skyward and log in to see if you have any grades below a 70. And then you can scroll down here, and this is where you can get to any assignment that we've done in class. So, for example, when I was out of town, I loaded all of these video lessons on here for you, along with the assignment. So let's say that I wanted the Unit 2 test review. I would click here, here's the video that you can click on right here and play it. This is the video that you guys watched in class that day. And then if you want to actually download the review, because you need to print off another copy to make up, or because maybe you don't have a printer but you can, but you still need to make it up, so you're going to handwrite it on blank paper, you're just going to click here, Download Unit 2 Test Review, and there it is. From here you can save it, you can print it at home or at the library or at your friend's house, or if you don't have a printer, that's perfectly fine. You just grab some scratch paper and work out everything that I've worked out in the video. And then put your heading on it and turn it in. On any assignment, you can click here to send a message to your teacher. Okay, if you need to contact Miss Hendee, here's what you would fill out. If you need to contact Miss Holiday, it's down here. If you put an email address, then we can email you back. If you don't put your email address, we can't email you back, but at least we can get your message. All right, let's go back to home. If you need your phone back, we'll have something soon for that. If you're in ISS, anytime that you're in ISS, you still have to make up your work, and we may not know that you're in ISS to send it to you, or we may not even, it may be something where you really need to watch the video or see the instruction to do it. And so this is a great tool. If you click on I'm in ISS, this will tell you exactly what you need to do. Now let's go back to our assignments. These are daily grades for 7th grade. I haven't uploaded the test corrections for 7th grade yet, so you'll see that soon. And then down here is an 8th grade section. And then if you need extra credit, that's only for those of you that have everything above a 70, you're not missing any work, there's no test corrections that you could do or anything like that. But once you've done everything else, then you can check here to see if we're offering some extra credit. And everything that's on here will be for the current 6 weeks only. So all of these daily grades have gone on the second 6 weeks. At the end of the second 6 weeks, we will clear all of this out and it'll start fresh for the third 6 weeks. If you click on Resources, this will get you to Skyward. This is how your parents can help. So if your parents want to click there and see what they can do, let's go back home. If your parents have questions and they're hassling you about it, then you can tell them, hey, go to the class website, show them how to get there, and then they can use these buttons to help them find what they need or to help them contact your teacher. So anytime you're absent, you're always going to want to check the website to see what you missed. Okay, now I really want to talk to you about this YouTube channel. We're very excited about this. So I'd like everybody to hover over this purple thing that says YouTube channel and click on that. And it's going to open a new tab. And we called this H cubed because this is for Miss Hans, Miss Hendee, and Miss Holiday. And all of our video lessons, plus maybe some extra videos that we find that might be helpful, are going to go on this YouTube channel. Now I want you to make sure anytime you're on this channel that the word playlist is underlined in red. We don't want to actually be on the one that says channels. We want to be on playlists. And then what I'd like for you to do is come up here and click on this folder, actually right click on the folder that says Math Class, and click Add Page. We're going to add this page to our bookmarks. And then for the name, let's call this YouTube Math Channel. And it should have Math Class down here highlighted because it's going to go into that folder, and then click Save. So now if you go up here, that'll be at the very bottom, YouTube Math Channel in your folder, so that you don't have to go to the website every time to get to this channel. And I'll show you, if I close out of this and I want to go to the YouTube channel, I'm just going to click here, click YouTube Math Channel, and here it is. So we will have a playlist for each unit. Right now we're in Unit 2. Actually, we finished Unit 2, but at the beginning of the 6 weeks we were in Unit 2. We're coming into Unit 3 now. We're almost finished with that, so we will get any new videos uploaded there. And then this is technology help. So we're actually going to take this video that we're showing you in class today, and we're going to upload it to this technology folder. So maybe you have a friend that's absent, or maybe you went to the restroom, or you didn't quite catch something. Maybe we went a little too fast. Then you can go at home, or after school, or at lunch, or whenever you have access, and you can click on technology. Oops, hold on. Okay, yeah, we can click on technology. I'm going to pause this. And it'll list all the videos that we have for technology. So right now it's just those Skyward videos, but this video will be uploaded there. You can even click here and say View Full Playlist, and it'll show you all the videos. So if we look here for Unit 2, we have one for Unit 2A Quiz Review. So let's say that you were kind of slacking on that one and you need to redo it. You can click there and watch that whole video again. Here's the one for sales tax, sales coupons and rebates, etc. This first 6 weeks review, this is going to be very important, so if you didn't finish that, you'll want to come over here and get some tips. The test review, again, something that we did every single question with you. But if you didn't get it done, this is a great way to get it done without having to put in a lot of extra time. And you'll see that sometimes they have the timer at the beginning. Just go past that. You get here, we've got our mountain math and our test review. And you can just copy what we do.
If we don't have an equal to. So
now if you come down here and you have a comment, you can actually click and type your comment. You may have to be logged in first, but I'm not sure. And then here, if you look where it says description, right underneath the video information, it says get this assignment here, and there's a link. So if you click on this, it's actually going to open up this test review. I actually linked it through the class website so that if you did not do your test review like you should have, you can be watching this video and you can open up the test review and either print it off or handwrite it on paper and just go through the whole test review with the teacher and get that turned in for your 100. And everything else that's in this playlist will come right over here, so you don't even have to go back. You can just find the one that you need or find the date that you need. And I'm going to be really honest with you. We want you guys checking our channel, and we want you guys checking the website, and we want to see that you are working on math outside of school. That makes us very happy. So there may occasionally be a time where we put a random video up here, and it may have, it may just be a video with a banana and a can of Dr. Pepper. And on your test, there might be a bonus question that says, what were the 2 items in this week's freebie video? And those of you that have gone to the YouTube channel and watched all of our videos will know that it was a banana and a Dr. Pepper can. And you'll get extra points on a test or a quiz or whatever. And we're not always going to tell you when that happens, so it's just going to be kind of our way of seeing who's spending that extra time and who's really putting in the effort to do their best in math outside of school. So we're going to go through and we're going to close this. You don't need this open anymore. If you're on the class website though, let's say I'm over here trying to make up assignments. This Unit 2 test review video is actually in here as well, so you could just watch it from right here.
So number 1 says graph.
And if you would rather, you can click here to say watch it on YouTube. That way, all the comments and everything will come up too. Okay, let's go to our math textbook. So click on your math folder, click on textbook, and remember your username and password for the textbook are a little bit different than your other websites. So your username is your first initial, and then your last name, and then some random numbers. So I'm going to have to give you, or your teacher will have to give you, your exact username. And your password is just your ID number. And we will walk you guys through the textbook a little bit more as we start to use that. But to be honest, the three of us have not practiced with the textbook on the student end enough to really walk you through that yet. But we wanted to make sure that you could log in. And if you ever click log in and it offers to save the password for you, you're welcome to do that as long as you're the only one on your computer. I'm fine with it unless somebody else tells you that you need to not do that. Okay, let's go to Blackboard. Type in your username, which is just your ID number, and your password, which is your ID number again, and click Login. And this is what mine looks like since I'm a teacher, but yours will look a little bit different. And I know some of your classes will be using Blackboard a lot, so we want to just make sure that you know how to get in there. The next thing we're going to look at is Compass. So if you'll come up to your Math bookmark folder, click on Compass. Compass is an amazing resource that has tons and tons of lessons on tons and tons of topics. So if you're ever at home, maybe you're not able to make it to tutorials, but you know that you need some extra practice or some extra teaching in a certain area, then you can log into Compass and find a lesson on that, and it'll give you videos, and then it'll kind of walk you through some quizzes and things to make sure that you are where you need to be. So let's log into Compass. It's going to be your ID number for both boxes. So your username is your ID number, and your password is the same thing. Now a few of the students have CISD before their ID number in the username. So if this doesn't work, try CISD and then your username. School needs to be Odyssey, so we don't want to change that to HF Stevens. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but we just leave it on Odyssey and it'll work fine. So click Login. And I'm going to make this full screen. So I'm going to click on this button that says Maximize, and it's just going to make it full screen. And it has lots of different subjects. Some of you may have some science stuff in here too. But the first thing you need to do anytime it's for math class is click on Math. And then all of the main topics are right here. If we're assigning you a lesson, we're going to tell you exactly what to click on to get to where you need to be. So let's say that we wanted some help with rational operations. We click there, and then there's some subgroups, so maybe fractions, decimals, and percents. And then this is the lesson on fractions, decimals, and percents. There's an introduction, there's some independent practice, there's a quiz, there's some more practice, there's another quiz. So usually we just go in order. Now anytime I ask you to pull up your Compass portfolio, you're going to click right over here on the red button that says Portfolio, and that's going to give you all of your grades for recently. So nothing today. We're usually going to click on week or month, and then it'll bring up everything that you've done during that month. So I haven't done anything, but this is how I would be collecting your grades from you. So I would come around and you would just show me the grades that you made on the different quizzes. Okay, let's log out of Compass. It'll close that box. There's one more really quick thing I want to show you that's not just for math, but but Mr. Aguilar set this up and asked us to show it to you. So if you will type in at the very top in your address bar this website. So I will read it to you. It's http:// that's http:// the 2 dots / bit bit.ly bit.ly / the number 1 N as in Nancy, O as in octopus, M as in money, N as in Nancy, Y as in yellow, D as in dog. Okay, and for those of you that can't see it up on the screen, I'm going to say it one more time. http:// bit.ly / the number 1 and then N as in Nancy, O as in octopus, M as in money, N as in Nancy, Y as in yellow, D as in dog. And once you have that done, press enter. And we don't want to type that again, so let's go up to our bookmark bar. You can do this off to the side if you want and have it off by itself, or you can do it in your math class. So right click, say Add Page, and then I'm just going to call this Temporary ID Request. Notice it's put a big long website in there, and then say Save. This way, anytime you need to request a temporary ID, you can put in your first and last name, your ID number, and your grade, and then click Submit. And what that's going to do, if I click Submit, then it's going to send that to Mr. Shorter so that he can have some extra time to get you your ID before you have to go through the lunch line. And that way y'all aren't having to stand in line. So if you request it at the very beginning of the day, that'll help you save some time. The last thing we're going to look at is Dreambox. So click on your math bookmarks, choose Dreambox, and then you're a student, so you're going to be logging in over here. So for your username, type CISD and your ID number, so CISD and your ID number. And then your password is just your ID number. Then say login. And before you say login, I need you to make sure that your sound is turned off, because this is going to have some sound in it. Anytime we use Dreambox, you're going to need to have your headphones. Same with Compass. And same with individual video lessons. So you're going to need to have your headphones in class every single day when we use our computers. So say login. Now the first time it comes up, since this is your first time logging in, so it's going to take you through a little intro video and show you some things. So just go ahead and watch that video. And then we will come back to this, and we will spend some time on Dreambox today if we have some time.